and welcome to Hypothetically Intentional, where we ask the question, what if we set intentions with everything we do? I'm your host, Michelle Albers. I'm interrupting the introductions, popping in really quick to let you know that the next 2 weeks of this podcast are going to be conversations with friends in Thailand. And we love to bring people to experience Thai culture in a way that is special and unique and one of a kind. So if this interests you, don't hesitate to reach out. We typically bring groups on the even years. So even if you listen to this, 5 years down the road, chances are we have a Thailand trip open if it's not already full. We keep them small and intimate so we can do things like Khun Ae speaks of in this episode, and we would love to have you join us if that calls to you. If not, just enjoy our conversations with our friends in the next couple weeks. Today, I have special guest Khun Ae and special guest Khun Dan with me on the show. Welcome, both of you.
Lovely.
Hello.
I'm so glad to be with you. And sometimes we didn't see each other after some time from Thailand. From Chiang Mai until now. Now we sit into different part of the global. But I'm so glad to see you, Khun Michelle, Khun Dan.
Yes.
It's so good to see you. And we're coming from all different parts of the world. You're not in Chiang Mai right now.
No, I'm in Oslo.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't show you our window, but it's green. Today it's quite, will be midsummer very soon in, I think, 21st. Coming 21st, it will be midsummer already.
Wow.
And come past, and then we start to be facing the cold again. But it was lovely springtime. When I came here, it's still no leaf in the tree. And how's the weather in where you are now?
In Minnesota, right now it's been pretty nice, but we've had a lot of rain. Sometimes, like when we got back from our trip to the Bahamas, it was cold. It was really hot and then it got really cold. So it's just, you never know what you're going to get here right now.
We're kind of spring right now.
We're kind of in spring. Yeah.
Okay. Then quite similar as that. Then we have to set the same, what to call?
Latitude.
Yeah, latitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. So happy. I'm happy to see Khun Dan, and I'm looking forward to hear your laugh with
Well, Khun Ae, my first trip to Thailand was in 2012. Dan's first trip was in 2016, and we were blessed to meet you in 2018. Thailand stole my heart right away in 2012, and you stole my heart in 2018.
Same to you. Our family, Mo, and our community, some friends, some activity or whatever, people get to know you very well. Our friends.
Yes.
And, you bring the love, and you open my horizon too, because I have been out of the country for some time, 20 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of, I'm foreigner in my own town.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you feel that way? You feel like a foreigner in Chiang Mai because you've been gone so long?
Kind of, but it's the people who I know, they are there. I mean, something changed, not just only me, but time change. We have to accept it. I mean, doesn't have a what to call negative side, but we are realize that okay, we are change, my change, things change. people a little bit change, and then what you point to me to say what is good of you, and still there with the temple, with friends, with our food, relaxing conversation, have a good time together, and and to see kind of how can I say, like our team, the Kulu and so and so. It's you just bring him to the other world in his hometown.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain that one. But
You mean we pull like authentic Thailand out of you when we visit? Is that what you mean? Yeah.
I would say maybe cannot explain into the short term, but I can feel it more than I can explain it.
Yeah.
I get that.
And it's I'm so in all I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like you, Josiah, who else? Kulu, Pisom, and you are going to far up into Pisom village where Pagagayo people living, and get to know them, and they always miss you, and looking forward to see you. And you kind of in the other hands, you bring United States to us, because it's impossible to bring everyone to United States, but you bring United States to us.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Right. Hopefully.
Yeah. You are. And the way you do, the way your job, the way you are take care of yourself, the way of healing people, the way to give support to each other. That's warmed my heart. It's warmed my heart very much. Yeah, very much. And many things I have to learn from you too, how to deal with that, how to appreciate. Yeah, and enjoy it.
I think that's one of my favorite things about our time together is I feel like we're always learning from each other.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's I would say about moving. When we're moving from the country to the country, for example, like 3 years, then we have to pack, and then we go into the country in the middle of nowhere. We don't know. We don't know people.
Anything.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We start, and then I move back to my home, and then we start kind of not exactly. I know how things work, how things are, but I also feel the same as you too. You kind of you get to know more, but in the other hands, like when you feel hard into that, you open mind into that, and the people like you are click to each other. That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. Because you can.
Oh, for people who don't know, your husband was a diplomat.
Yes,
you traveled for over 20 years as going to country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we learn. I mean, we observe. We have to. We adapt to. We love the way they are. But we have to accept the coin have two sides. I mean, two side of things. But that's more open our heart to say, okay, the people are different. Maybe some things that we said no, not okay, but for them it's just it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's make us, how to say, easygoing, accepting, and sometimes they showing, they sharing, they they exchange to each other to see how community work, how they are support each other, or yeah, that's we learn both of the good things and the other side of the things. I think you have picking up from Chiang Mai some, Dan.
Say that again.
I said you have to picking up something from Thailand too. I mean,
Oh, very, very much. Yeah. I wish more would stay, but when you come home, we tend to be a very fast culture where
okay.
when the customer's always right.
Yeah.
Even as simple as that, it is more in a culture than you think, because you order something in Thailand, and especially if you're eating, if five of you order, you're going to get your plate at a completely separate time than somebody else. Where it's interesting to see when we bring people to Thailand how confused they are, because we're so used to everybody served at the same time, being asked if everything's okay 5 times throughout a meal. And in Thailand, that kind of, customer first attitude is gone. But yet I almost prefer the Thais customer service more than ours.
That's what I was going to
It's
say.
like more genuine.
That's it. And it's more kind. It's kind and respectful. And there's something about the Thai culture where, like, if I say respectful in the United States, that I don't love that word because it feels like a demand here. But in Thailand, respect is culturally, it's not even, it just is. It's just there. And I love that about the Thai culture, because even though you're all being served at separate times and you may or may not eat together, you're at the table together in community together. And just because somebody's finished their plate before you got theirs, it's still all good. It's still kind. It's still respectful. It just feels open. And to your point earlier, flexible. Thailand feels open and flexible to me, and like warm and cozy. And even though Thailand is changed tremendously from 2012 till the last time I was there in 2024, underlying vibe of the culture and the communities is still there. It's love, it's respect, it's support, it's community, it's relaxed.
It doesn't feel so forced.
It doesn't feel forced. Nothing feels forced or like a demand.
Yeah.
You just get to be. It's easy to be in Thailand.
In a way, yes, it
In a way.
is. I think I find out that it's a rhythm the of the town. In if it put it in that way, Oslo it's a big difference from Chiang Mai to. I mean, I don't say in the negative side, but people don't look at it through your eyes.
Mm.
Don't, not at all. People
Don't see Chiang Mai through our eyes, you mean?
Yeah, in Chiang Mai, people look at the face, even you don't know person, and observing, do you okay, or everything okay with you? And that's our culture. I mean, it's not impolite, but here it's interrupt. If you have nothing, one just only, maybe you have that. If they have baby, you allow to say hi. Or if they have a dog, if they walk a dog, you allow to say hi, but not in the train station or whatever. You don't look at the people face and give them, are you okay? Oh, just say hi. They are different. I would say they're quite big different. They might be find our privacy, but I find out it's a little bit dry in your heart, in a way, kind of. Maybe privacy. They can call it privacy. in
Do you mean
Thailand,
other cultures? Yeah.
yeah, it's a rhythm of the town. I would say the rhythm are differently, very different. So it's a kind of like it's quite strange that we are living in. We have our apartment here in Oslo, but we don't know the neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
None of them will coming. But you know, in Thailand, in our kitchen, the neighbor cook and bring the bowl of soup for you. That's a very common. You never cook your own food, just only your own food, but you cook a big pot and then you, okay, share this one to that house too. And you will get the vegetable, you will get something. So, yeah. And we have a small garden and we never close the door. So they can come and picking up whatever the spice they want to cook. It's never be only mine, but it's for everyone. But here, I do the big mistake, and I told you.
Yes.
Did you take something from the neighbor's yard?
In Oslo? Did you forget where you were?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so rude, my mother-in-law. I think yeah, last year, autumn, before I back to Thailand, I went to visit my mother-in-law in the northern part of Norway, the small town called Namsos. And our neighbor have a beautiful garden because they own the farm before then they devises the land. So mom and dad just bought one piece of land and built a house together. But she is the kind of how can I say it? A gardening hard lover, like green what to call green hands.
Oh, like a
so
green
every
thumb.
time, yeah, green thumbs. And she went to the jungle every time when she picking up some mushroom or things like that. She has always cut small pieces left over and then spread in the garden. And every season, her garden is turned mushroom, which is I am the one mushroom lover. And I straight to the kitchen, bring the basket of mom and going picking up. And then I carry the pot, come to mom, this is mushroom. And then she look at me, where you get it from? Our neighbor. And oh my goodness. She said, what should I do with you? I said, what's wrong with that? Because she's have plenty in her garden. I said, no, you should not do it like that. It's kind of big cultural clash for me.
Yeah. It's a nice way to introduce yourself to her. Nice to meet you. I took a bunch of your mushrooms.
It's learning by doing, Dan.
Yeah, learning by doing. That's beautiful.
I've had a lot of those experiences in Thailand too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the day after, I just went to the mountain and picking up a lot of mushroom, and then I clean it and then bring to the basket, and then I bring it to her to say, yeah, it's a gift, it's a apologize, and but this is our way to kind of, okay, if I took somewhere, I share to you, and if you have it, I don't know. It's a we are quite laid back casual. I mean, what do you think, right?
Oh, very
Yeah.
much. Yeah. I
Eh,
mean, I even think like if my neighbors came over, I'd be like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, I know them. I mean, I've been here for 20 some years. So it's not like we don't
okay.
know them, but I wouldn't.
Everything is scheduled here. You
Yeah.
don't just drop in on people here.
You should have called me last week to let me know.
Yeah.
Where when we go
I
to
mean,
your place, yeah, people just swing by
Yeah.
and then food shows up, then drinks show up,
Yeah.
then some cart ringing a bell who's gonna make you some food shows up. That's always a nice treat.
yeah.
Yeah. You're just sitting there in your chair. Yeah. People walk passing by, and yeah, we get to know each other. But
Yeah.
that that's a one thing I feel. Uh, it's no need to be the person who passing by will have a high ranking job or high profile. You no need to be like that. Just simple village people. But like I feel like okay, if they are okay, we are also okay, right? I mean, if they feel get to know us and we get to know them, and we no need to be worried about it. It's not about we don't say don't worry, but it's lets us stress less. Is that right?
Yeah.
What? Mm. Yeah, it's a cultural. It's a benefit of travel. I'm so much looking forward to bring you out from the village, Kundan, to the village.
Yeah. That would be well, we went you took us to one last year. Well, yeah, it would be last year.
Yeah.
The coffee village where we
The
had
coffee
dinner
village, yeah.
and we walked to the
Oh,
school. The half-hour day.
Yes. And
yes.
that was pretty incredible. It's interesting to see, like Som and Pilu,
Yeah.
that wasn't their village, but where they come down for work, and I think why would you leave here? But it's
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up there.
Yeah.
Where it's such a difference where it's like now you get up there and you're like, well, this would be great forever.
Yeah.
It is so true, Kundan. I would say it's it's to be out of the country. It's it give me an answer to say, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Actually, you already have, but you just don't know what we have.
Yeah.
But it's a quite big how can I say big barrier, because um, if I can say like the food, but because Kulu and Kun Som, they are both good cook,
Yeah.
and I always tell them to say, our climate, our soil, our thing is growing all year round. It's never have snow, and it's very tasty without planting or put fertilizer on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When the season came, it came naturally. Like when we remember one dish when we are going to Kunik place.
Whose place?
They serve Kunik.
I don't know.
The pop-up restaurant. Remember?
Oh,
Oh.
Andy Ricker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll call him Kunik. Sorry.
Oh.
sorry, sorry to confuse you.
Yes.
And he served the village vegetable stir fry with eggs. That's just we growing up with. A grandma is always that dish to us, like a ratatouille.
Yeah.
That dish is open, to blow your mind of Kunle to say, see, Pile, how it tasty, how
Yeah.
it tastes. our grandma when we are, it just only eggs, some garlic, salt, and that vegetable. It's so tasty because of vegetable are getting natural taste, not the supermarket where they are plants with chemicals and so like that. It's
Yeah, Thailand has, I think what you said at the beginning is Thailand's climate and soil just grows everything naturally. It makes it easy to have healthy foods.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
why if I were you, if I will be here. That's a confirmed Kundan about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
That's
surprised how great the like even that North Market, how it just comes in every day.
yeah.
Everything's incredibly fresh. When I was young, I worked at a grocery store, and it was funny because people would fight for the lettuce I was putting up there as
Oh,
I was putting it up there. But we got that delivery 7 days ago, and we've been pulling off the same pallet all week. It's the same stuff, but people assume it's fresh. Then you go to Thailand and you go, "Oh, this was cut today." We were walking with Pete Lou,
I'm glad I was going to tell that story.
and he's like, "Do you guys want oranges?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And then he goes off and he comes back with a bag of oranges, and he opens one up and he hands me a slice. And I took it and
yeah.
ate it, and I was like, "Okay, I'll take more oranges." They were incredibly, and he goes, "They were so good." And he goes, "Yeah, she picked them this morning." Well,
Yeah.
We don't get that
we
here.
don't get anything like that in Minnesota. I'm assuming Oslo's the same way. An orange was picked a month ago. Well, maybe not a month, but it wasn't that day. And it just doesn't
No.
taste the same. Where I would have never, when he said an orange, I was like, well, whatever. I'm good without an orange until you try it.
Fruit in Minnesota isn't good. Like that's one thing we talk about the first breakfast when we eat the watermelon and the pineapple. We're like, oh my God, this has flavor. It's so good. It doesn't have that here. Not in the same way. Our mangoes here, I don't even bother anymore. They're not good.
No.
No, no, not in Oslo too, but incredible.
Yeah.
After COVID, here prices are growing up very much.
Mhm.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's price of living in Oslo is quite high. Price of accommodation, yeah, and the
Yeah.
people it because of the salary is high, but at the end of the day, the things you put on the table, it's you cannot afford more than one or two things. It's a kind of yeah.
And it
Yeah.
is interesting to go when we got back from Thailand. We went to because you start thinking of everything in baht because it's your currency.
When we're in Thailand,
Yeah.
yeah, we start.
And
thinking
then when we got back, we went and got some pho, and it was like, well, we just paid 2,000 baht for a bowl of pho,
That was so bad.
and where if you would have went and got a noodle dish in Thailand, you'd pay 60 baht, 80 baht.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really was. And that was like within a couple of days of coming back, it was like, oh, let's go get some pho. And right off the bat, I'm doing the conversion in my head. I'm like, oh my God, this is so expensive here.
I just looked at Dan. I'm like, can we please just go back now? I just want to move there.
Yeah, you never know. In the you can make it at the second home if you feel
Yes.
comfortable, find out, and so and so. I think one good things that I can tell us about Thailand because we are going so well with the new coming. I mean, new coming mean not the not the origin people who were there, but like Kun Michelle, you were to up to the village, right?
Mhm.
People are very, very happy to have you there. People very exciting, and how can you come up here? Where are you from? How old are you? And so are we good enough to receive you? And are you enjoyed? How did you like the food? And so like that. I think in the way, not everywhere in this planet they will welcome people like that.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere else that does in the same way that Thailand does. Like in Thailand, the number of times Thai people say, "Oh, you appreciate our culture. Thank you for loving Thailand." And I'm like, yeah, in America, in the US, people don't care if you like it here at all. That's how it feels to me anyway. But when I go to Thailand,
Or even like, like I can kind of speak Thai.
that's a stretch.
It's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
But
You
even
speak some Thai.
but
Nitnoy.
even that, Nitnoy,
Nitnoy
Nitnoy
pasa
Pasatay. But even that, we've had people like give us discounts.
Appreciate that we're trying.
Where we left, and that's happened a couple of times. Or they'll, you order in Thai, and then they assume I speak the rest of it, and I just go, yeah, I don't know what you just said. I'm sorry. And then they speak perfect English. And you go, well, you speak better English than I speak Thai, but they're very excited that we even put in the effort, so to speak, maybe.
It is some of, I think we might be chemical, right? In a way, not everyone to feel like okay, I am happy that people are friendly to me and I'm friendly to them, and just enjoy like that. Because you can see in nowadays political is melting us a lot. I can see that people feel unsafe, feel shaking. I will say, in the other hands, and I feel very sorry for that.
Yeah.
Actually, the world is supposed to be. It's so many things that we can share to each other. We have space, we have food, we have knowledge. We inherited so many good things from the previous generation, but kind of politics it's make us untrust each other.
Mm.
In Thailand too?
No, not much. Not
Yeah.
much. It's part of it too. It has been checking some, but the fundament is a cultural.
Yeah.
It laid back things. It's bring the good things, but it's laid back things. It still cannot step further. But it's a kind of, how can I say? It's like you walk. If you walk too fast, you will get tired very fast, right?
Right.
But when you walk too slow, you want to get tired, but you not reach the time when the dark is come.
Yeah.
It's kind of how to find the balance in between the world is run faster, or I compare to the politic, like it's supposed to be changed in the way, yes, it's supposed to be changed, but in the way it's don't change, they also have a good side. It's because of they don't change. I would say that I don't know how because I never been to United States myself. I cannot compare at all. We were to Eastern Europe, Northern Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia. Yeah, every country have their own political point or political view of their own,
Yeah.
which is some have a good thing, some have a flip side too. That's build society or build economy or build mentally of people in that country.
Yeah.
I always talk about the overview. We will not judge anyone. I mean, but I don't know how things change in America. Can you give me some view?
Well, politically, yeah, we've become very polar opposites, but it's hard because you talk to the average person and
Yeah.
you don't necessarily see it on a day to day. But our media, there's kind of this hard right, hard left, and that's all you see. And then the average person that I talk to is, right of center or left of center. And so you go, are we just being driven by this media that wants, wants to divide people?
It feels like the media only portrays the extremes, the edges of the same, the edges of the coin on the extreme ends.
And people can become very, because you look, I don't care what side you're looking at, right or left, for a person like me who's pretty center, and it would depend on the topic of which side I would go right or left on. When you look at those extremes, you go, well, that's pretty crazy. And then, I guess I don't have a lot of friends some family members that are more on the right or the left. And you just go, well, why do you get to decide versus letting them live their life? But it really has become that where everybody believes they're right. And if you don't believe what I believe, you're wrong and almost should be punished. But I don't see it in an everyday interactions.
That's a really great way to put it. Because the media screams it
right
day to day.
I've never got into an argument over politics. And you certainly could, but I think most people know I don't really care. Well, I just don't, I think there's good on both sides.
I think you don't care to go down the road that they're wanting you to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see there's good on both sides. I certainly have opinions, but I constantly think that everything I know might be wrong as well. And it's just been too many times I've been found to be wrong, where I don't really want to stand on a hill I know might be not a hill.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how people can, I guess. I mean, I get why, but I just don't really. I just don't think, tariffs are a big thing right now, and everybody's become a tariff expert. And look, I'm a news junkie, and I like to see what's going on, and I can throw a lot of it out. And so you look into tariffs, and you go, oh, well, there's this, and okay, fair enough, that's this, and ultimately I come down and go, I don't know shit about tariffs. And so I probably shouldn't be the guy out there talking about tariffs. And I'm surprised how many people are. When you go, well, there's good parts to it and there's bad parts to it. Like you say, everything's kind of got two sides of the coin. And I don't know enough to really have a strong opinion. There's certainly some things I do differently, but at the same time, if somebody who knew what it was had a conversation with me, it'd be pretty easy to change my opinion.
Yeah. But it's in general, it's life. It's the same, right? I mean, same people, same friends, and
Yeah, I mean, in the day to day, if you take out the, you know, that media ramping everything up, it may just be the people I surround myself with
Yeah.
too. But even the hard rights and the hard lefts, they don't come at me with that stuff because they know I'm not going to participate.
We're still friends. We still care about each other.
Yeah,
Going to the same fur shop or be going to the
yeah. And that's what I say is I think on an average person's daily
yes,
basis,
with,
it's
with
not
the
there.
same and so on. So yeah, I think that's a fundament. If you ask me, if you could ask me what do I think about the politics in America and so on. So my point of view, I will find out, you develop you develop society, you develop law, you are it's a kind of, if I compare, I make cow soy, the curry pot,
Yes.
maybe 5 liter of mine, but you are like 100 liters. So how can you keep balance in
Yeah.
that
Oh,
to become a good one? I mean, even the politician themselves, it's hard for them to make a balance into the good way,
Yeah.
or in the perfect way. So it's always come the point of view anyway, or some people will maybe say, oh, it's too sour, oh, it's too salty, or oh, it's so mild, it's not enough spice, and whatever. Yeah. But it kind of laid back in the past. You always leading in medical science, history, and I believe that all the thing is still there in your people. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, innovation still to this day. I mean, it's created very comfortable lives. It's a lot like Oslo, well, especially Minnesota. Minnesota's not a very cheap state to live in. The houses are expensive, but the wages are higher, but the food's higher, and it's a lot of that. But also, there's a lot of stuff that is developed, and I think we have a very large economy that allows a lot of innovation.
yeah,
And the smaller ones, like you say, you can't do as much because it's not there to start necessarily.
yeah,
So there's a lot of extra money might be a bad term, but kind of um, to risk on the innovation that it pays out in the end.
mm-hmm.
Where that's certainly, I think, a big driver.
Mm-hmm. So I I that's what I say, because we outsider. I mean, we out of United States. Whatever we hear from the media and left side, right side, but in the fundament, you are still there. I mean,
Yeah.
in general, like we were receiving our guests from America. Oh, and there's a hi. They just sit beside table and they start to talk. Oh, turns it out. Oh, you are my neighbor.
Yeah. Well, we found out Josiah literally is from, I mean, he's a couple towns away from us. That's where we all grew up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
go ahead.
yeah, that's my perspective of United States. I mean, if we don't talk about political, I mean, it is very okay to talk about political, but it's just a part of life. It's still friendly people, still open mind, still okay. Today is a good day, and yeah, if today is not that bad, it's maybe tomorrow getting better, and so on. So
Yeah.
that's I. That's what I can say. I don't try to give the sweet word, but in general, that's what we what we're talking about America. That many songs has been from the other part of the world. If I be a rich person, I will travel to America. It's kind of yeah, but it's in a put it away, it's how lucky of life to be able to travel or to get to know each other. If you compare to 50 years ago or 70 years ago,
I've thought about that too. And
how's
so I'm a plumber, so I'm from the trades, and we do fairly well. And I've owned businesses, so that's allowed more travel and a better life, so to speak. And I thought about that, like with my grandfather or even
yeah,
my father, where you couldn't travel the way we do now. Even I mean, everything's gone up lately, but I mean, when we were there in 2018, I think it was like $1,000 for a flight.
Right around there, yeah.
And I remember just thinking, it seems so weird that I can travel across the country or the world,
yeah,
basically halfway around the world for $1,000, where that didn't exist for my grandfather at all. And
no,
so would have never been able to. He worked on the railroad, he was a blacksmith. And so, like, never a point in his life he could have afforded to travel. And then even now, I mean, COVID's raised prices, but it is incredible how accessible it's become to go around. I mean,
Well, now we can get there in a day.
yeah, well, and we travel all the time.
Yeah.
Even in the Bahamas, I mean, we were on an island and we were almost out of gas and they didn't sell gas. And we ran into a guy who lived on the island who said, I have 10 gallons in my garage. And he
yeah,
calls a friend that came and picked him up, drove him back to his house, and drove him back to us
uh,
to fill up our tank. And then he didn't want any payment. And
oh,
you meet you just meet really good people no matter where you go.
I wonder if everybody does that or if that's more a you thing because I
It
feel
might
like
be. I don't
it
know.
happens to you, to us, to me when I'm with you a lot.
It could
Where
be.
you just happen to magically find the right person. I'm just like, I don't know who your guides are, but they're
Yeah.
on it. Like you just find the people you need in the moment. And maybe everybody has that experience, but I think there's something about
I hope that there's just that many nice people and that it's not just
well, I think
something
it's
I get
because
to
you
live.
meet people with kindness as well. And I think, if we would have been in a panic and angry, that would have been a different thing. And we don't show up in that way. So that
Well,
might be
fair.
part of it.
Yeah.
yeah, true. Yes, it is so true. You have a kind of friendliness character, so
Yeah.
that's a that's a that's a that's a make things easier. I mean, you open mind for the other, and the others give you a trust, and that's a billion. That's
Yeah.
a
Well,
that's
I
a
hope other people get to experience that.
saying, excuse me, I'm not saying it can't or wouldn't. I just think it's uncanny how it just happens. I mean, it blows my mind sometimes. I'm just like, how on earth is this possibly happening where we're getting exactly what we need when it appeared that there was no way it was going to happen?
Yeah, we were swimming a boat back.
I know. I don't know. I'm grateful for it, and I
But
find it
even
magical.
even in Thailand, that lady. Well, Thailand, we tend to see it a lot, and it's almost weird. Like the scarf lady shut her business down to give you a ride home,
I know. I was like, no, 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 no. She's like, I have to go anyway.
or you went to get the
When I got the
pillows.
pillows.
She shut her business down to go show you another business where they sell what you need.
Yes.
You don't find that
Yes.
anywhere else.
I know. And if you try and say no, they don't accept that. It's like, no, no, I don't want you to have to do that. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we're doing this.
Yeah. Well, and
They're
then
so kind.
that's where I always joke. It's like they'll say they're open at 10, but they're not. You'll never know, and it's because somebody
They're giving some goofball like me.
somebody needed a ride, so they shut the business down so that you make your life easier. And if you're the second person looking for pillows,
Yeah.
yeah, we found that a lot more in Thailand than I mean, it's almost every interaction there. I don't think I've had any really bad ones at all.
The first trip I was there with Tanya, we couldn't find a massage place we were trying to go to. And we stopped at a market, and there were three people, two of which spoke only Thai, and one that spoke a tiny bit of English, looking at her Google map, trying to figure out where it was. Once they figured out where it was, one of them who didn't speak English just waved us and walked us down a path and took us to the place,
Yeah.
and then just gave us a wave and walked off. And I was just like, where am I?
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Oh, that's a nice thing. That's a good thing. Me too. For me too. I'm so I appreciate. So in a way, it's so nice to get the chance to exchange attitude. We sitting down. We talk about a lot of things, and we accept each other. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a meaning a lot for both of you and friends to become to, later on we will become friends. You are not my guest. We are friends. So if someone listen to us now, they might be know that Khun Michelle has been support the young people in Chiang Mai about planting the plant. Remember that?
The trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big thing into our future too, because I kind of always went back from went out of the country of Chiang Mai when she's I think 9 years old, very young when she went out. But when she come back, she's kind of start her own friends, her own community. Opal, remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good friends, good activities, good thought for the environment and so on. So that they always call me mom, and they always need support to whatever they do. Sometimes they just came for asking an idea, what I should do with this, what I should do with that. I'm so proud of them, and they get the big support from you. And I was, wow, we get this much support, but incredible for the young one, for the one who just get a community to each other and try to doing it very what's it called? It's non-profit at all. I mean, it's all come to the town, come to the environment, come to the sustainable things and so on. So that's you get through our heart Mo is very touching with you, Khun Michelle. She
Khun Dan too. I could not have done that without him. You helped. I think that was actually initially you were like, "Why don't you do this?" I was like, "Can I internationally?" And then we started digging into it. And
Figure out a way.
turns out we can.
it's very touching us because it's if we as you can see our town, Chiang Mai. If you compare to the other city or whatever, they have a what you call the word, it's called town plan, right? We don't have. We don't have town plan. That's why the road it's still small. It just come up. We last 20 years we have super highways around our outskirts of town, but in the way the one we need it's about how do we build up more the green or the space in community ourselves, like how can we put the good walkway, how to preserve the old a gardening beside or make a green space for everyone can sit in the Chiang Mai gate or in the alley and so on and so on. Because in this generation they will become mayor or a politician in the future.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So our future of town is in their hand, like it or not, it will come. So in the other hands, when they get a good support from the other, and then it's never be too late that like, okay, this is how we just take out the profit as much as we can, but we don't put anything back to the town that we are living in. But that's why I would say you are really, really touch us. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
You touch us as well. Every time we visit, we come home saying, "Can you believe everything that happened?" Like Khun Ae just kept taking us places or bringing us new things to try or having conversation where we learn things that we would never discover or explore if you weren't willing to spend the time and energy with us and share your heart with us and share your wisdom and share your culture. And it's so appreciated.
And your stories.
Yeah, all
you
of it.
Still should write a book.
You have amazing stories.
Yeah, it's for me too. In the beginning, I just a little bit skeptical when I moved back to hometown. I just said, do I have a good friend here? Yes, I still have people like Khun Michael and Kilu or people's or also the young Louis or Adisak or that's a good friend still. The people who still have a quite similar experience move off town for some time and move back home for some time and settle down there for some time and you know in the other hand we will say we are come into the middle age. We are not young.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just want to enjoy the things we have, friends we have. For example, the people you know, like Dan and the other many people who went to visit us. I don't think it's easy to find every year that we get to know the people and we would like to hang together and we would like to share experience together and it's very hard. Like, for example, like Josiah, we're very in touch us and he's always be there.
Yeah.
Even more that. So we I would say that all in all we are lucky. And the leftover our life, I might be staying 30 years if I'm 60 now.
Yes.
It's good enough. Yeah. So in next 30 years, what shall we do for our life?
Let's talk about that when we get there. Let's talk about that in November, can we? I like this conversation.
Too. I mean, it's a lot of. It's not why we don't want to work. We love work.
Yeah.
And in the same time, we so enjoy the other opinion. We so enjoy. We really enjoy. Very appreciate every time. Even I hear that Khun Dan, you will get tuk tuk and ride to Pai.
Yes. So did you hear about that?
I hear about that.
Can you, well, to be fair, I've never driven a tuk-tuk, but can you rent just the whole tuk-tuk?
You can.
Without a driver?
Without the driver, let me check, okay? I will not.
Because Dan wants to drive and I want to ride. I don't want to drive through the mountains of Thailand on a motorbike. I don't think that's smart for me.
So she doesn't like the heights. And so it's either by a car or then I thought, what if I just rent the tuk-tuk and you can get in back?
Okay.
And then we can just take the tuk-tuk there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can stop.
Otherwise, it's two of us on a scooter.
You don't want me on the back of your scooter?
It's hot.
Dude, I don't have to cuddle up.
we were to Pai. I remember when is it? I think it's after Christmas.
Yeah,
I think it was already shortly after we left. Yeah.
Yeah, together with Josiah. And what is good? But you were there last time were you Pai? No, you didn't.
No, I've never been to Pai.
I've never been to Pai.
Okay, I think we can do
it. I just thought a tuk-tuk would be a fun way.
It would be fun.
It might be uncomfortable, but
absolutely fun.
You want to ride in the back of the tuk-tuk with me?
Yeah, I'll drive.
You never know.
You and I can bring a cooler and some snacks.
How far is Pai?
I think it's
half hour. Half hour.
Yeah. Oh, it's longer than that. I mean, it's beautiful along the road itself. It's not really incredible, but when you are stopped over at the small point of village on the way, there's a key.
Yeah.
And when you're going there in Pai itself, not just only the center of Pai, but just goes around and because of there are a group of people like Chinese, monk, Pakagayo, or they have so mixed people there. Muslim as well, Chinese Muslim as well. They are so mixed, but side by side.
Yeah.
side by side, and you can find the old thing in the new things, like very chic people, and in the same time, just beside them, the grandma just sitting there and
Right.
selling her stuff beside that. We might be going further to Mae Hong Son and make a loop and come back.
Oh, do the Mae Hong Son loop.
Yeah, so I've never done that. That'd be
Take time.
fun.
That'll be fun. That'll be
Yeah.
fun. Let just put in the schedule a little bit. Okay.
We've got a couple things planned. Other than that, we don't, well, we never, well, depending, when we bring more people, we plan more just because a lot of people want there's some typical tourist stuff that, like, if you don't show them, you kind of
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, it
But
can.
for me,
they
I'll skip that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because when you just have time, a period of time. Okay, let's say we go to Mae Hong Son for 3 days, 4 days,
Yeah.
and then you just
Find
go.
what you find. Yeah.
And what do you find? Like the first stop when we ride into what do you call the coffee shop beside the Deutsche Tech. So we can stay at the what to call natural department, not the hotel.
Oh, those
we
ones.
stopped
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. So
Yeah.
it'd be fun. No need to be the hotel where there are a lot of tourists, but and then we might be some part of the village where they have a small room or small house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that in that way it's more,
It's way better.
yeah, way better, and yeah, that will be fun. And then we make a loop and then come back in the other side, not come back in the same road.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
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 I'm in.
So
I'm into one thing we say after the 2024 trip is, and everyone agrees, when Khun Ae asks you if you want to do something in Thailand, always say yes.
Say yes.
Don't even ask questions, just say yes, because you know it's going to be magical and unexpected and
you're
phenomenal.
gonna miss it.
Yeah. Or even if like when you say, do you want to go to the market and you think you don't need to go to the market, you say yes to that too, because you're not just going to the market. There's always a Thai stop or a Japanese stop or a European stop or any kind of stop.
that's a big attitude about Thai when we say, if you're going to holiday or ไปเที่ยว mean go out, go out.
Yeah.
ไปเที่ยว mean go see something. You don't need to be a big plan or stick on the plan and what time we should have dinner, what time you have to be there, and then 8 o'clock the will start and so on. So no, we just, okay, everybody in the car, okay, gasoline is full tank, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't have gasoline, fill up first, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And don't stress anyone. Just enjoy it.
That's a hard one for some of the people we bring.
It's a hard one for, it seems, Americans. It feels like it's hard for them. And over time, I think I'm learning how to hold space for that and to make it a quicker transition. But I'm fine tuning that because I can't like do it for them, but I can create a really safe bubble to just remind them that it's okay and it's going to feel different, but it's going to be worth it. And I'm trying to figure out that dance. I think I'm figuring it out. We'll see.
People see, if you're in America and you Google Thailand, you have certain pictures and things you see, and it's hard to convince them. It's like, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah,
some of my favorite experiences is I mean, in 16, the first time I was there, I would get a tuk-tuk driver and we would just go to museums all day. And then he would take me to places to eat. And it wasn't like, it wasn't the tourist. You pull off the side of a highway and there's plastic chairs and some lady cooking. And it was amazing. And you go, well, this is way better than going to Sticky Waterfall and waiting in line.
I've never done.
Right. And waiting in line. Well, you see the line for it and you go, yeah, I don't want to do that. But I've just found so much better things. Not better. I've never been there, but I think they're better.
There's joy in
just fine.
For us, it's like there's joy in truly experiencing the culture. Like, how do you live? That's what we want to do.
That's a great thing. Yeah. How do we live? That's a key. That's a key. If you we can't hardly to that's a hardly to plan, because that one, if you're going like a tourist, you will see only the tourist
yes
set up, and to be in friends, to be going out, I take a part of my relax too.
Yeah.
And that it's not about I will not say I will not work. I still work, but in the same time, that's what I say, like will become 60, and then the kind of many things in our family is the generation they are doing that, like Kulu, Pisom, or Mo, or the team, they doing things for me. So I scale down and I enjoy more life with you, go out with you, and just see things happen, see things change. Like last time we were to Lamphun, many things not change, something change. The town is a little bit changed, but the temple is there. But it's very good for me to come back. It means if you are not there, I will not drive myself there.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, but because of you there, and then we can take a train to Lampang as well. This trip. Have you been to Lampang?
No.
Mm-mm.
So, okay, we were to Lamphun, and then the other town down is about 80 kilometers to Lampang, and we just take 1 day trip by train.
Yeah.
Just take train in the morning and then take train back in the evening. That will be fun too.
Yeah.
And see how the Thai train.
Yes.
The fact that you're laughing about that has me intrigued.
Could be a great story.
It's going to be a good story.
It's always because of the train. It's come into the real local, right? The train. It's telling a lot about how they do you get a wooden seat?
Oh.
Make sure I will bring some cushion for you.
So is that train how most people would take that trip versus drive?
Yeah, that's a common, like people maybe they come from Lampang to selling stuff in Chiang Mai. You know, they're farmer people.
Oh, they'll use the train?
Some of them.
Oh.
And they go back one day, like early morning come, and then when they went back, because Lampang is a small town. It's not so much. It's almost no tourists there. So it is something that let's see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds
Let's
amazing.
see. I mean, when you come this town, but you just come back from the sea anyway. So there is always a good things that I recommend you to nearby Bangkok. It's some island too. It's quite clear crystal water, and it's very easy from Bangkok to the place if you want to combine.
To do an island thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Is
not?
that what's the name of the place?
Uh, in the Thai Gulf, in the Thai Gulf.
Yep.
Thai
Yeah.
Gulf, not that far from Bangkok at all. Let's see, about 200 kilometers, something like that. If
Oh, so
drive.
not
Maybe we're not naming it on the podcast. Maybe
that's
we're
true.
keeping
Yeah,
it
we gotta keep it
secret.
We don't want people
We don't
finding
say
out.
everything on
So
the podcast.
would it be on
And
like is it
yeah,
the
I
truck?
send you a link because we were there with my husband, with Trigva and May. This is a very nice,
Yeah,
beautiful village, a fisherman village, and
that's way better.
Yeah.
We've never done any of the I've wanted to sail down there. In fact, I found there's a few places to rent boats there. Um, but we've never done the islands,
We've never
anything
done the
down there.
islands. No.
I've never I've had some people that I know who've went there and they seem very much party islands like Pattaya or
oh, we don't do that.
yeah, and I just go, I don't, not really my thing. And
Yeah,
it'd probably be cool to see, but it'd be like a day or two, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So like
yeah,
the fisherman village, that sounds way better.
Yeah. I'm in on that. The
Yeah.
party islands I could care less.
It's yeah, a day trip you'd probably be all right with, but past that, you go, all right,
it is.
tired drunk Australians.
Yeah,
Danielle.
we're going to see where they make shrimp paste, where they make dry fish, where they make like a common fisherman
Yeah.
boat going out in the nighttime fishing squid, and then
Yeah.
apart, because you are so long journey from Minnesota, so I really want you to see more
Yes.
Thailand than I know you will come to Chiang Mai, but on top of that, maybe
Yeah.
2-3 days before you fly back.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, because we're at the beginning of the trip, the end of the trip is packed.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk later. I can send you talk, and that's really great to a part of Thailand. We are so different.
Yes.
It's a different. Even Chiang Mai is one thing, slow town. The seaside, it's also people are very friendly. In the fishing village, you can find a simple family where they have a room and where you can walk around, where you can take your time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this feels like a really good place to wrap up the podcast, but I don't want you to go anywhere yet because I will have a couple of things to share with you after we hit stop recording. But before we wrap up, is there any little something about Thailand or yourself that you want to share with our listeners before I stop recording?
okay. I don't know how to how to give the perspective. This podcast might be only the conversation about friends who didn't talk
Yes.
somehow, who get in touch to each other, and we are so looking for long relationship.
Yeah.
Both of us. Khun Michelle, you find the jewelry of like Khun Ae. Remember her?
Khun Ae?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a diamond.
Yeah.
That I will not find it, but I find her because of you.
Mm-hmm.
If I will say, I will say I appreciate. I appreciate this, and I know she's appreciate you too. I mean, everybody gets served from her. It's incredible, and I will not forget that one.
That makes me very happy for all of you, her and all of you. She's a Jean.
It is. It's a real. Can I tell you honestly, openly? Because you approached me many times. Khun Ae, you want to get massage with Khun Ae? And I'm okay. I'm okay because I think I can try the good ones around here. Anyway, I always like that. And then things happen, and I was like, goodness, my goodness.
Quite the difference.
You are really find the real one.
Yeah.
The real one. The real her soul. It's no need to, make herself look good, but it's in her.
Yeah.
Yes. It's who she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's a real key. I think with that you can feel the same as me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's you kind of the diamond, it's loose somewhere, and then you just brushing up, and then
there it is.
it is because you know that we need that, right? And then
Yes.
we all need it. I mean, we can go in to buy a good drink, a good food, but the real person who serve us, who well care of our body or our mind for some time, that we feel we very appreciate on it, and you support her, you open, especially for Thai, we feel so deeply sorry because the viewpoint of the Thai massage is going so down in the other way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the real Thai massage. We will not blame the other at all to use Thai massage into the other way, but how can you find the diamond one?
Yeah.
The real one. The one you, even Thai is still skeptical, but just only one time that I need her.
Yeah. She is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And it's still, I mean, we support her, and for her to share her knowledge to the other generation.
Yeah.
To serve the other who in need for, right? It's easy for us when we are suffer, then we are turn ourselves into the medical things, into the other things to make us feel blur for some time, but for the healing in this way, it's so natural.
Yeah.
The body turn energy, turn relaxing, turn comfortable. That's I know that you are really, really big support from both of you and
Yeah.
other who came to visit us. And I feel they were missing Khun Ae too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I will pass my word in the last end to say thank you for your support before you back, all of you. Put the gift into the envelope.
Mm.
And we spend on that into the girls' book. And the family and the team are still with us. And we not only plant the tree, but we plant the people too.
Yes.
They are still get a good support, and you will see them.
Yes.
And
Good.
on behalf of them, I will give this chance to say thank you for all your support from the beginning until whatever, even now.
Yes.
And yeah, so if someone who are listening to us, if you have any question or whatever, please feel free. And if I'm saying something wrong, I apologize in advance. Okay, I'm not so good in media or whatever, but it's just only feeling good of the true friends conversation.
Yes.
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 Yes, that's
Thank
what
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
ขอบ
All
คุณ
right.
มากค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะ
Kapkun naka. I'm going to hit stop. That's a wrap for today. Bye. Be you every day.